Okay, so for this piece of technology integration, I have a student pro with me today,
Hi, my name is Catherine Galvan.
and we are going to show you how she utilized iMovie Cut Pro over at Street Level, because it is a paid app, in order to make a movie for her Genius Hour project. But you can make a movie for anything, and we're going to kind of quickly take you through the process of doing this so that it is not too long, but so that you can understand how to do it yourself. So the first thing that you need to do before you even get involved in the actual process is that you need to do what?
The first thing is I would just start planning out everything you need, your questions you're going to ask the people if you're interviewing, how long the film is going to be, what do you want. And it's okay to make mistakes, because I crossed out a lot of things in this page. And also, an important thing is a checklist. You always want to have a checklist to keep yourself a little organized while doing this.
Good. And also, didn't we storyboard it out kind of too? And
Yeah, I had a storyboard. I don't have it on me right now, but that storyboard, you don't have to necessarily draw out all the pictures. You can just say what you want, and it's just another form of getting yourself organized before you start even the filming process of it.
And did we even go with the first 2 or 3 ideas that we kind of came up with, like the Barbie idea or the whatever idea?
No, because see, the thing is with a lot of films, especially when you're doing it after school or in school, there's always going to be a lot of problems with who can or cannot do it, or what you can do or cannot do. And it's okay if your first product may not be the one you would like it to be, but it's always a thing of trial and error.
Good. Okay, great. So you ended up choosing to do what?
I chose to interview some friends, and towards the end of the film, I included this little piece of information that a friend read out.
Okay.
And she, it had a bunch of pictures too of people struggling with what I was talking about in my film.
Okay, good. So we don't even need to know the topic. Can you kind of just walk us now through what you did? We've just got a basic Chromebook. We're not at Street Level. We don't have all the fancy equipment. But Catherine actually did all of this work at Street Level.
Yeah, I did most of the work at Street Level, and I tried to do whatever I could here at school. It's okay if you can. Yeah.
Because you can do all this at school,
Yeah,
right? You don't need all the fancy equipment.
You don't need all these fancy equipment. For my case, I wanted this fancy equipment. You could literally use a phone and edit everything out. But it was my preference. So you can do whatever you can do.
Okay, great. So what are we looking at now?
So right now, I have all my pictures in the video I took of the people saying stuff. A lot of these videos are 30 minutes long. They're not long at all.
30 minutes?
I mean 30 seconds.
Okay. And why are they 30 seconds long?
Because sometimes someone would come in randomly, or something would go wrong, and I wouldn't like it. I just didn't like the way it came out with that one. Or someone would start laughing, and these are supposed to be serious moments. I have a lot of the times I repeat questions and over because for example with this teacher right here, she was trying to piece a lot of things together, so she had to think a while to have
an articulate thought.
So it wouldn't come out random.
Okay. So you're not always going to get it on the first take.
No, it's very rare you get it on the first take.
So that's why it seems that you have multiple pieces of video in here, which is great. So then, so my question is now, you have all of these random, pieces that are in here. How do you get all of these into then one video? I don't.
What you would do is, the way I did it, I would cut some pieces out, and I would put in the actual video what pieces I wanted in the video. So, for example, if I were to use this video, I would just cut out the part where she was speaking and put it into the actual video, and never put in the part where she starts giggling or stuff like that.
Okay, so you would cut out like the section that you like in the app. So you have to have the app in order to kind of do it.
But you can easily do that on iMovie too.
Okay. Fabulous. And iMovie is available on Apple products, right?
On Apple products.
Okay, good. And then explain to me why, can you go back to the very beginning, the very first folder that we had? Why do you have JPEGs here? I see some like JPEGs, which means it's a picture. So why do you have a picture there of that girl?
So, what I wanted for the beginning, I wanted moving pictures.
Okay.
So they weren't. These are commonly used in intros.
Okay.
So a lot of the times you would put a picture there and have the title there, and in a way it makes the movie more impactful. So I just tried to take pictures of them and I put it in the movie too, and with music, because something you always have to remember with filming, it's never gonna sound really like you want it. So if you ever have trouble with that, I would most likely put music with it and like have pictures in it too, because it's not just gonna be all video. Because if it's all video, most of the time it's just kind of boring and sour. So I would try to mix it up with like animations, pictures, music, and all that good stuff.
Okay, great. Oh, that's a cool picture. All right, very nice. Do you have any last tips for somebody who's trying to make a movie for the very first time?
Your work can get lost really easily.
Ooh, good tip. So what do you do?
So always make sure you save the video. Like you add something in, save it really quickly, because that's the only way. Because it can get lost really quickly, obviously. Like a lot of these videos, like for my final product, it didn't really come out the way I wanted it to, because of the fact that I lost all this footage, which is really bad. So always make sure you save this footage. For example, I had a flash drive I took everywhere at street level, and that's what kept all my folders and all my things, you know, just to like make sure it was saved and it was like safe, so I wouldn't mess up again.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.